Hello students, I will be discussing nucleotide chemistry with you. This is very important topic. A lot of MCQs and short answer questions will be asked in the university exam. So I will tell you how the different nucleosides and nucleotides are formed, then what are the different nitrogenous bases. I will tell you how the sugar is formed. This is the structure of sugar. So there are two kinds of sugars. In RNA, it is a ribose sugar. In DNA, it is a deoxyribose sugar. Both are pentose sugars, 5-carbon sugars. So numbering is like this. There is prime designation in case of sugar, 4 prime, and this is 5th prime, CH2OH. Now this is a general structure. When at the 2 prime position hydroxyl group is there, this shows that this is a ribose sugar. Now, in case of deoxyribose sugar, you can see this is the 2 prime position and this lacks the hydroxyl groups at this position. So this is deoxyribose sugar. You can see here, this is deoxyribose sugar. This lacks the hydroxyl group at the 2 prime position. This is present in DNA, and this is ribose sugar. This is present in RNA. It is H and OH. So this is how numbering can be done in case of sugars. Now we will see the different nitrogenous bases. So there are basically two kinds of nitrogenous bases, purine bases and the pyrimidine bases. So first we will see the purine base, how you will make the structure of a purine. This is the general structure of a purine. 9 nitrogen and carbon atoms are there. Sorry. So how you will number this? There is a counterclockwise numbering in case of purine bases. So you know there are two kinds of purine bases, adenine and guanine. So adenine is 6-amino purine. So if you know the other name and if you know the general structure of a purine, numbering is counterclockwise. You can make the structure of adenine. Then guanine is 2-amino 6-oxo purine. So now by substituting this amino group at the 6th position here, NH2, the structure of adenine, this is now the structure of adenine. So guanine is 2-amino 6-oxo. So in this case, how you will make this structure? Like this. Now we will not make this double bond because it is 6-oxo. So at this position we need to put the oxo group. This is the 6th position, starting numbering from here 1 2 3 4 5. This is 6, 7, 8 and 9. So it is 2 amino. So at this point we have to add the amino group, 2 amino 6 oxo, 6th position amino, this oxo group is there. we do not put this double bond because oxo group is there. So by substituting these groups we can easily make the adenine and guanine. Okay. Now coming to the pyrimidine. So pyrimidine is same as purine first ring. There are two rings of purine. So pyrimidine is same. Only one ring is there in pyrimidine base. Rest remains the same, but numbering is different. Always remember, we are starting one from here in case of there is counterclockwise numbering in case of purine, but pyrimidine base clockwise numbering is there 1 2 3 4 5 6. So by substituting different groups like cytosine, thymine and uracil, there are three pyrimidine bases. Cytosine is 2-oxo 4-amino pyrimidine. Then thymine is 2,4-dioxo 5-methyl pyrimidine, and uracil is only 2,4-dioxo. So it is very easy to remember pyrimidine. Cytosine is two. Only thing you have to remember is 2 and 4. So cytosine is 2-oxo 4-amino. So now how you will make this structure? This is the general structure of a pyrimidine. Start numbering like this 1 2 3 and so on. Clockwise numbering is there in case of pyrimidine bases. Then thymine is 2,4-dioxo 5-methyl pyrimidine. So by substituting this you can easily make the structure of thymine. How? At the second position, this is the second position, so you have to rub this 2 and 4. So at the fourth position also you have to rub this because you need to put the dioxo. At the second position oxo group is there. At the fourth position also oxo group is there, and 5-methyl. Here it is CH3. So this will be your thymine 2,4-dioxo 5-methyl pyrimidine. And what about uracil? Uracil is 2,4-dioxo pyrimidine. So you only thing you have to remove is the methyl group. So this will be your 2,4-dioxo pyrimidine is your uracil. This is uracil, structure of uracil. So you can easily make these structures now. Now I will tell you how you will make the nucleosides. See, always remember this is the sugar moiety. So you know nucleosides are formed from base and sugar. So this is the sugar, and this at this position base gets attached. So there are two kinds of bases, purine bases and the pyrimidine bases. So purine bases, always remember in case of purines, so when we attach a purine base, always in case of purine, and 9 of purine attaches with the like this. So this is the ninth position. When you recall the numbering, it is like this 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 9. This is the purine base, and N9 of purine attaches with the 1' position of sugar to form the N-glycosidic linkage. Then with the removal of water moiety, hydroxyl from the sugar and hydrogen from base. So with the removal of water moiety, you can form this N-glycosidic linkage. So whenever we need to put a purine base, so N9 of purine attaches with the 1' position of this sugar to form a purine nucleoside. Now second is the pyrimidine base. How pyrimidine base gets attached? So in case of purine base, first we will form a purine ring like this. Numbering, you know, it is a clockwise numbering in this case. Pyrimidine like this. So in this case, N1 of purine, this is N1 of pyrimidine, sorry, attaches with the 1' position of sugar like this. Like this. This is the 1' position, this is 2' position. So in case of pyrimidine, N1 of pyrimidine attaches with the 1' position of sugar to form N-glycosidic linkage. With the removal of water moiety. Now we will see the slides. In this, so as I already told you, what are the different nitrogenous bases? They are purine bases as well as the pyrimidine bases. Purine bases, both the purine bases, that is adenine and guanine, they are present in RNA and DNA. They are planar, aromatic, as you see the aromatic ring is there, and heterocyclic as they contain carbon, hydrogen, oxygen and nitrogen atoms. So they are heterocyclic. And numbering of bases, as I already told you, it is unprimed. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. There is no prime designation, and this you can differentiate this with sugar. Always in case of sugar, whether it is a ribose sugar or deoxyribose sugar, there is prime designation. So this is to differentiate between the numbering of the bases and the sugars. And now, as I told you, how you will make the structure of adenine, it is 6-aminopurine. By substituting the amino group at the 6th position, you can form this adenine. Guanine is 2-amino 6-oxo, so at the 2nd position amino group is there, 6th position oxo group, so 2-amino 6-oxo purine. Like this is the general structure. Counterclockwise numbering is there in case of purines. Then adenine is 6-aminopurine, guanine is 2-amino 6-oxo purine. So now in case of purines, shorter name is there but larger 9 atoms. Counterclockwise numbering of atoms of the purines. Pyrimidines, longer name but 6 atoms, smaller 6 atoms are there. Name is long, larger name, but 6 atoms are there. The atoms of pyrimidines rings are numbered in clockwise direction. There is a clockwise numbering in case of pyrimidine. All nucleic acids contain adenine, guanine and cytosine. DNA also contain thymine but not RNA. RNA also contain uracil but not DNA. So these are the different bases. This is the general structure. Cytosine is 2-oxo 4-aminopyrimidine. Thymine is 2,4-dioxo 5-methylpyrimidine and uracil is 2,4-dioxopyrimidine. So you can remember this 2 and 4. 2-oxo 4-amino, then 2,4-dioxo 5-methyl will come here, and over here in case of uracil 2,4-dioxopyrimidine. See, always remember, make when you will answer with more and more structures, you will score in biochemistry. So chemistry of bases we have already discussed. By substituting all these groups in these bases, you can easily make the structures of these bases. Then sugars, prime designation is there, clockwise numbering is there, 1', 2', 3', clockwise. Pentoses, They are pentose sugars as they contain 5 carbon, numbering is primed, prime designation is there. Now the D-ribose sugar is there, so hydroxyl group is there. But in case of deoxyribose sugar, this lacks the hydroxyl group at the 2' position. The nucleosides, as I already told you, they are formed or they result from linking one of the sugars with a purine or pyrimidine base through an N-glycosidic linkage, which is formed by the removal of water, a hydroxyl group from pentose and the hydrogen from the base. So always remember the 1' position of sugar remains the same for both purine and pyrimidine, but in case purine we need to attach, so N9 of purine base attaches with the 1' position of sugar and N1 of pyrimidine base attaches with the 1' position of sugar. This is how this is a pyrimidine nucleotide UMP, as phosphate gets esterified at the 5' position. So this is a nucleotide. These are the different nucleotides, because always remember the esterification is taking place at the 5' position. If one phosphate gets attached, it is monophosphate. Then two phosphates get attached, diphosphate, and three phosphate, it is triphosphate. Now the nucleotide, as you all know, made up of three components: nitrogen base, purines and pyrimidines, pentose sugar, either ribose sugar or the deoxyribose sugar, phosphate groups esterified to the sugar. When a base combines with a pentose sugar, nucleoside is formed. When nucleoside is esterified to a phosphate group, it is called a nucleotide or a nucleoside monophosphate. When second phosphate gets esterified to the existing phosphate group, a nucleoside diphosphate is generated. The attachment of third phosphate group results in the formation of a nucleoside triphosphate. The nucleic acid, DNA and RNA are polymers of nucleoside monophosphate. So nucleotides result from linking one or more phosphates with a nucleoside onto the 5' end of the molecule through esterification. Now coming to the this thing, that RNA, ribonucleic acid is the polymer of ribonucleotides, DNA is the polymer of deoxyribonucleotides. Both deoxy and the ribonucleotides contain adenine, guanine and cytosine. Ribonucleotide contain uracil, deoxyribonucleotide contain thymine. Phosphates can be bonded either C3 or C5 atoms of the sugar. How? In case of one nucleotide, phosphate get esterified at the this fifth prime position. But when because we want DNA and we are interested in polynucleotides, so in that case, at the 3' position of sugar also, phosphate gets esterified and another nucleotide gets attached like this via esterification. So phosphate gets esterified both on the 5' and the 3' position to form polynucleotide. Now there are different conventions how you will represent polynucleotide. So phosphodiester bonds are represented by small p or capital P. Bases, all the bases via single capital letter, and pentoses via vertical line. So these are the pentoses, vertical line. So this is one way of representing polynucleotide. This is also in different books, different types of conventions are given to represent polynucleotide. So these are the bases, phosphodiester bonds, and the pentoses like this. This is a base plus sugar will form nucleoside, base, sugar and phosphate will form the nucleotide. This is the same. This is the general structure of purine. This is general structure of pyrimidine. There is counterclockwise numbering in case of purine. There is clockwise numbering in case of pyrimidines. So purine and pyrimidine base gets attached to the 1' position of sugar. When purine needs to attach, so N9 of purine attaches with the 1' position of sugar. Then N1 of pyrimidine attaches with the 1' position of sugar to form pyrimidine nucleosides. So there are different conventions. Purine nucleosides end in sine, SINE. Adenosine, guanosine, pyrimidine nucleosides end in DINE, that is cytidine, thymidine, and the uridine. So, adenosine, guanosine, it is purine nucleosides, pyrimidine nucleosides, and in DINE, that is cytidine, thymidine, and the uridine. Now, nucleotides, start with the nucleoside name from above and add mono, di, or triphosphates. Adenosine, monophosphate, cytidine, triphosphate, deoxy. These are the some examples. So, if you have any doubt, you can write to me in the comment section. So this is the first part. The second part of nucleotide chemistry I'll be discussing soon with very important SAQ, that is functions of nucleotides. They are very important. Always a short note is asked on this. And in part 2, I will also discuss the synthetic analogs that are used in different diseases, like they are used as anti-cancer drugs, they can be used as antiviral drugs, or they can be used in the treatment of gout and AIDS. So this I'll be discussing in part 2. So do watch my second part of nucleotide chemistry also, that is very important. Thank you.